And when I tell you to come, you do it immediately because you are pathetic and weak and I am strong. But I didn't say that you could come. You need to call me. Other times the women would be more creative and tell stories. The stories would take place in prison halls or at a psychological ward or in an interrogation. One woman, Lindsay, liked to write fantasies about seducing criminals. She would turn a murderer or a robber into a whining piece of turd. Some nights I would find myself stubbornly unwilling to make a call. I was fed up with myself. To avoid this thought, I would browse the web, rereading the mistresses' blogs, looking through their pictures, and listening to their recordings. Often enough, I would be led to other sites in different places. One night I stumbled upon a site offering erotic hypnosis. There was a picture of a fat, ugly dame with red nails, blonde hair, and a crystal ball in her hand. She had giant tits, a crystal pendant pressed inside her cleavage, and a terrifying glimmer in her green, hypnotic eyes. Her name was Cruella Duville. Cruella offered hypnotic MP3s, all about 30 minutes long. On the homepage, all the MP3s were listed in alphabetical order. Anonymous Mind, Brainwashed into Oblivion, Come on My Command, Death to Your Identity, Elimination of Your Identity, Female Orgasm, Groveling at My Feet, Happiness in My Cleavage, Ignore Your Conscious Thoughts, Jezebel's Revenge, Kingdom of Cruella Part 1, Kingdom of Cruella Part 2, Kingdom of Cruella Part 3, Eternity. Licking My Toes, Mind Massage, Never Think, O for Zero, Your Soul, Puppies Parade, Queen Cruella in Boots and a Strap-On, Raping My Sweet Pet, Sleep, Teleminds, De-distancing You from Me, Under My Spell, Vagina for My Pet, Woman, X. Warning. This is only if you want to permanently erase all memory of your life before you met me. You're evil genius, and then Z is just Z, like sleep. Z, like Z's. I can't say it right. Okay. Next to each listing was a link to a sample. I clicked on a sample for Come on My Command. The recording had a lot of echo effects in it. Cruella had a serious voice. The way she said come got my cock rock hard. I went back to the main page and found that there was a free induction.
Of course.
Yeah, it was good for business. So, Cruella advised that I pause the tape to get a pair of headphones and that I then find a comfortable position where I would not be disturbed. I did this immediately. I had a desktop computer on a little table. My bed was on the floor not more than a couple yards away. The cord was not that long, and I had to lie near the edge of the bed to avoid pulling the plug out from the socket. Cruella's voice carried into my ears. Sleep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sleep. Take a deep breath. As you hold it in, think of everything you did today, everything you did yesterday. Now breathe out all these thoughts and listen to me. My voice is the only thing that exists. Every word you hear, every syllable, makes you very sleepy. Picture in your mind one of those old-fashioned alarm clocks with bells on each side. The numbers have been changed. There is only one arm. Where there once was a 12 is a 10, and where the 1 should be is a 0. The hand is pointing to the 0. It begins to move clockwise, slowly, towards the 1. As it moves, you get sleepier and sleepier. When the hand reaches 10, the bells on each side will be activated. Instead of a loud ring, they will vibrate silently. That vibration will be more and more sleepiness in every part of your body. When the arm gets to 10, you will be the sleepiest you have ever been in your life. You will have no thoughts. All you will have is my voice. You will be easily suggestible. You will obey everything I say. The arm moves toward 2. The arm moves towards 3. All you hear is my voice. You have no thoughts. 4, 5. You are overcome with the richness of my voice. It gives you so much pleasure. You feel so very weak in comparison to my powerful voice. 6. Your chest is filling up with sleepiness. 7. Your head is filling up with sleepiness. 8. Your legs and your arms are filling up with sleepiness. 9. Your cock is getting harder and harder. 10. The bells are vibrating sleepiness all throughout your body. Feel it rush from the bottom to the top of you. Obey my voice. You are in the deepest sleep you have ever felt in your life. You have no thoughts. You are my slave. Repeat after me. I am Cruella's slave. That's right. You will do whatever I say. Repeat it again. I am Cruella's slave. Repeat it. I repeated these things. I am now going to put trigger words into your head. Some of these triggers I will embed into your unconscious so that they will take effect in your everyday life. These recordings are not the only time you are under my power. You will always be under my power, permanently. And this idea makes you very hard. Do you feel your cock getting hard, throbbing for me? The more your cock throbs, the more you cannot think. The more you cannot think, the harder your cock throbs. Your first trigger is throb. Every time I say throb, your cock will twitch. Throb. If it is soft, it will immediately get hard. Throb. You like this word very much. Your cock throbs and your thoughts disappear. You obey me. Throb. The next trigger word is fun. The word is touch. Touch is a fun word. It makes you want to touch your throbbing cock, and you cannot help yourself. You grab for it greedily, crazy, you pump it, you touch it every way you can think of. But it is me guiding your hand, and everything you do is what I have told you to do. You can never come until I tell you to. Remember that, slave. No matter how badly you want to explode, you can never come until I say, come now. That is your final trigger word, come now. It makes you so horny to think of me saying that. Maybe I will even say it at the end of this induction. Let's play for a little. Say after me, I'm Corella's slave. That's my good pet. Throb for Corella, forget all your thoughts and throb for Corella. Now touch. Touch it all over. Make it feel so good. Everything you do is what I would do. You have never felt so big, so hard, so horny in your life, and still you cannot come. Try to come. Just try. See what power I have over you and your throbbing cock? Your whole body is tingling. The bells in the alarm clock are humming through your body. When this induction is over, you're going to be addicted to me. You're going to want more and more. I want you to purchase one of my MP3s. I want you to purchase one immediately and listen to it over and over again. You will not be able to touch yourself until you do so. Every time you try to touch yourself before you have bought one of my MP3s, a sharp pain will shoot through your mind and your hand will tighten up. You are my stupid, brainless robot. I am going to count down from 5 to 1. When I reach 1, I'm going to say those words that you really, really want to hear, and you will have the best orgasm of your life, and everything that we have talked about in this induction will be permanently embedded in your unconscious. You immediately buy one of my MP3s, and you will become more and more addicted to me. You will be wide awake when I get to 1, and you will have forgotten everything. Remember to forget, remember to forget, remember to forget. 5. Your cock is throbbing. You are so hard. You cannot hold it in much longer. 4. You will worship me forever. 3. You are getting so greedy you cannot control your hand. You have no thoughts. 2. All you have is my voice. 1. Come now, slave. Let it all out. Let everything sink in. That's a good boy. The induction stopped. The orgasm that I had was immense. My legs were shivering. My cock had pumped so hard before squirting. My cum had shot all the way up to my neck. I immediately went back to her site to find an MP3 to buy. I read all the blurbs and listened to all the samples again. There were pictures next to each MP3. Next to X was a picture of an empty cage. Next to Woman was a picture of a skinny woman's midsection. Next to Rape by Corella was a picture of Corella herself wearing a strap-on. I decided to buy Come on My Command. Next to it was a picture of an empty bowl. I waited until later in the night to listen to it. I went out of my bedroom into the hallway to do something else with myself. I could think of nothing to do. I wanted to go away in that world. There was banging above me and yelling from the streets. I went back to my computer and looked through Corella's site over and over again. Though she was so very ugly, I let myself get pulled into her eyes. I imagined that I was a little itty-bitty person trapped inside the crystal between her cleavage, and that I was coming all over the walls of this cage. I turned off the lights, got comfortable, and listened to Come on My Command. It was not very different than the induction. Corella used the same techniques over and over again. However, Come on My Command was produced a lot better. It had echo effects, which were very well mastered, and there were even guitar notes being played in the background. Corella was giving me reasons why I should sacrifice. She was motivating me. When I finished Come on My Command, I wondered if I would ever be able to forget about Corella, if she would haunt me forever. How would I read or meet a real girl? She did not seem to care about these problems. That takes it. It was nice to get through that part.